Thanks for the interview this morning for the French magazine. 2 days before the big race, how you feel?
I'm feeling pretty good. I've had a really good off-season of training. I've been in Australia since the beginning of January. Been training up in Noosa with the Bennetts, Greg and Laura Bennett, Luke McKenzie, Belinda Granger. It's been a great group and some really good training. So it'll be a good test of my early season fitness.
It's the first race in the season for you. Mm-hmm. How is the winters going after Kona?
Yeah, it's the first race since Kona, so a little over 5 months since I raced last. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't winter because I was in the US through till Christmas, and then I came to Australia, so back into summer, which is always nice. But yeah, training's been going well. No interruptions down in Australia, which is nice. Last year I had a lot of interruptions because I was based in the US, and just a lot of, after winning a world title, you sort of needed a little bit more. But this year I was able to sort of just get my training done and not have to go here, there and everywhere with photo shoots and so forth.
Sunday the race will be very hard because new race, a long trip for the marathon, one way, good for the hard for the mental, and a big started list with the women. What do you think can do for you for the best race for Sunday?
Yeah, I think it is going to be a really, really tough race. As you said, there's some of the best women in the world right now racing here in Melbourne. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I actually like the idea of a point-to-point run. We're actually going somewhere, so we're going to a destination. I like that. I like being on open roads. I think that's why I like Kona, because it's sort of just, a lot of it is just running in a straight line for a long time. So yeah, I feel good. I feel excited, and I mean, worst case scenario, if I don't have a good race, it's a good, hit out early in the year.
Every race now we see an Ironman where long distance, world championship, all the time we think professional wait after the run. Do you think it's a special tactical where you need to wait because the marathon is very hard?
No, I think, for me, I'm not as strong on the bike as some of the other girls, so I'm trying really hard. I'm just not as fast as the other girls. So in the men, I don't know, maybe there's more tactics in their racing, but I think the women are so spread out that everybody's sort of, in Kona you saw women were, like Carolyn Steffen, for example, rode amazingly fast, and Julie Dibbons rode amazingly fast, but then they didn't really run well. And then I didn't ride that well, and Chrissy didn't ride so great either, but we both ran well. So it was sort of like, you play to your strengths. The run is my strength, so I have to, do whatever I can on the swim bike to get to the run and be able to put out that performance.
Last question, same question I ask all the professionals here. For the French magazine, it will be very interesting to have the same girl and you in one race, maybe one time in France. We do have a big Ironman in Nice.
Yes.
Do you think maybe we can see Mirinda Carfrae starting list in Nice?
I've actually raced Nice. I raced in Nice in, I think it was 2004.
Yeah.
Before it was Ironman.
Before the Ironman.
And I absolutely loved it. Beautiful city and a great course. I love the riding in the mountains. Unfortunately, it's sort of later in the year, but I mean, you never say never. Later in my career, certainly when I'm going and doing other races, that's a race that I'd love to tick off. Nice, races like Brazil, I think Roth as well. They're races that I want to do sometime in my life. So yeah, definitely, I'd love to.
Thanks, Mirinda. Have a nice day. Sunday, have a good race.
Thank you very much.
All the best for you.
Thanks very much.